Hey everyone, it's Jen here. I am doing a reading for the week that starts March 1st. And this is for all signs, and there'll be a timestamp. So we're starting with Aries, and what I'm doing is I'm pulling a card from 3 different decks. And, well, that one came out. And the first card, I'm just going to turn them over. What the hell? The first card is your general overall, how you're feeling this week about things. This card in the middle is either going to be career or romance, although that looks pretty romantic on. It looks like romance or family will be highlighted and happy family times. Almost looks like I almost saw Disney World. So I don't know if someone's planning a trip to a theme park or something. This middle card's career or love. So we'll talk about that. And then this last card, I'm using the After Tarot. I want to kind of see how you're going to, what the vibe is ending the week. Two of Pentacles. Okay, Aries. So in focus with the Ten of Cups is your happiness. Spending time with people that bring joy to your life. You could be seeing your extended family or people that, even spending time with people in your own house, because we can all kind of be lost in our own thing, our own technology a lot of the times, in the winter at least for me. And spending some time together. There could be a celebration. It could be someone's birthday or, anniversary or something like that. But I also see you guys either planning a trip or even maybe planning some sort of vacation, which I don't usually get, or could be on vacation. You might dance with someone. Of course, all of this is if it's safe to do so. Maybe someone's doing some sort of virtual ceremony or celebration that you could be, attending online. So let's move on to the Five of Swords. So when the Five of Swords shows up, or when fives show up, they're a little uncomfortable. It's not necessarily anything major, but it's something where you're like, you have to deal with it, or it's just going to get louder and more of a distraction and more annoying and more whatever it is. So this week you will deal with something that you haven't been dealing with. I mean, it could be a squeaky door and you're like, I need to put some WD-40 on it. I really could. But, the swords are our thoughts. So maybe the way we thought about someone or had, how in your mind you have a sense for what you think about certain people. If you could describe them if you had to. Maybe how you describe someone, either in a romantic setting or a work setting, could be changing. So it's like you're seeing a different side of them, and maybe you've had to put up a boundary, or you've had a little bit of a conflict, and it was kind of like, whoa, I never thought I would have to have an exchange like that with this person. So believe when someone shows you who they are. What's that saying? Believe them. And just, if it's at work, it doesn't mean, I've had this happen where I don't know if I've opened up too fast, but I realized that someone was not who they were. And I was like, ooh, I regretted the couple things I said. It's not like I would say that much, and I'll be sure that I don't let them in on anything non-work or non-superficial whatsoever. So maybe you did open up, if this is a relationship, open up to someone and, they didn't protect that information the way that you would have liked them to protect that information. And that's that is definitely something in a person, and it's hard to gauge without knowing them for a while. And I guess that's why you really have to get to know someone in a relationship before you commit too much, because some of those types of things you're not going to want to share for a while, and then you're going to, then you have a fight. Is it thrown back in your face all of a sudden? Like, those are things that you really want to, because that's just mean. That's right fighting, which this card can be about. It can be people who just want to prove their point, and they have that's their goal in an argument. They're not trying to collaborate or work together or compromise or figure something out. So yeah, that's fun. So on the end here, we have the after tarot. And so by the end of the week, leaving this coming week, this is the after tarot. So the pentacles are much more off balance in the scene before this. So you're starting to, if things have been really busy, and you've been juggling a lot of things, they quiet down. I feel like you're going to be able to have a decent weekend. There could be travel involved. You could be going or leaving, because there's the boat there. Not that you necessarily, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Maybe you'll be sleepy or get some sleep. Be traveling by boat, but yeah, there are some waves out there. So there could be some delays. Something could take a little longer than expected if you are traveling. Just leave, if at all possible, a lot, extra time. Give yourself the time. So if you do hit some traffic or whatever, it doesn't stress you. You just kind of like, that happened. I took my sister-in-law to get a tarot reading. Oh my God, I don't even know how long this was. 16 years ago, 17 years ago. Wow. And he was so good. He was one, I don't even know who it was. It was someone at a local tarot card shop. I wish I knew who he was, because I get a reading from him again. But all of a sudden he said, can I touch your hand? And she said, sure. And he starts describing this scene and this bridge and all this traffic. And we kind of laughed at each other. We're like, well, she's flying out of Montreal, so you have to go over to that. There's I can't believe I can't think of the name of the bridge. Anyway, the big bridge that goes into Montreal from the south into Montreal. It's all, if you hit that bridge wrong, you can be there for an hour getting over that bridge. And sure enough, she's all of a sudden, as they get towards it, they start slowing down, and they had left early. And she just smiled and laughed because she was just sitting on that bridge. And she's like, well, that guy told me. Okay, I'm sorry. You probably don't want to hear that whole thing. Okay, let's move on to the sign of Taurus. Hey there, Taurus. Wow, that was a long reading. Okay. All right, Taurus. So what I'm doing with these readings is I'm pulling a card for sort of more of a general overall theme, and then one for work or love. We'll see what it comes out for. And then I'm going to use the after tarot for the last card and see, you get two, and you got two good ones, and see how you're kind of leaving the week. So I'll take those cards for your overall energy. If you've been sick, you're healing. If you've been hurt in the past, you're starting to open up again. You're starting to dream again. Maybe you met someone and you're fantasizing about them. You may be dreaming big. She has a very, I love this card. Oh my God, I love that. This card hardly ever comes up in readings. It's an extra card in the Crystal Visions deck. And it came up for some, I think it was one of the pick a card readings, which I don't even think will be out by the time this is. And they got the unknown card. I forget, it comes up so infrequently that I forget it's in the deck. Like I literally, I'm always kind of surprised when it comes out. I'm not today because it just came out, I think yesterday. And it was, again, it was, was like, I've forgotten what, that card within the deck, I never see it. So this is pretty interesting. This, the unknown card and this Ace of Pentacles has a very similar feel, you know, reaching out this circle, this hand. So let's go back though. Let me go in order. So the Queen of Pentacles she could be working from home. She's a very good manager. She knows how to make things beautiful. She, you know, is Mother Earth. So any sort of things that are grounding, gardening, making physical things with your hands. She's very organized. She likes to follow a schedule. And that's how she makes it look so easy. She's super fucking organized and methodical. And she can delay instant gratification. So it's almost like she rewards herself and motivates herself by saying, okay, I can sit down and read. I'm sorry. I'll sit down and read or watch that show, but I'm just going to do some sit-ups and push-ups, or I'm going to wash the dishes first. If I just fold that laundry, then I'll give myself this. And it's almost like you're playing a little game, or you're realizing you have to incentivize yourself in some way. And you've really been able to make progress, or maybe you have goals, or you're using an app or have an accountability buddy to really, you're just feeling really on top of everything this week. And it's giving you the confidence to maybe do more, step something up, because you're like, okay, if I just stick with it and stick with the routine, if I say I'm going to get up and I get up and I work out, you know, I see progress. And so I see you starting to get excited and more motivated as well as you start to see the results. It sort of spirals in a positive direction. And you're really into a groove. Oh, and this is Taurus, right? So this is your earth energy, which makes a lot of sense. The unknown card, you may, you know, sometimes we just don't have all the information, or depending on what you believe, there are so many other things that could influence the situation. The universe doesn't even know yet what combination of the, you know, trillion, probably infinite combinations, because, you know, what someone else does can inadvertently affect your situation, even if you don't know them. I'm sure there's some movies that are about that concept. Of course, I can't think of any of them. So there's still something pending. There's still someone, if you're waiting on someone making a decision, they don't know. They haven't made their decision. So there's just something that it's kind of like divine timing. It will happen when it happens, but it could also mean you will find out something unknown this week. If you had been having that sort of feeling in the past, then that might be revealed to you. That's kind of cool. This crow, maybe is that what it is, or a raven, holding this wand, kind of, with this beautiful crystal on it. I don't know. That's really cool. You may get a tarot reading or a psychic reading or something like that. There's the new moon here. I don't think we just had a full moon on February 27th, so I don't think the new moon's not this week, but maybe around the time of the new moon. Although she looks like she's holding a full moon, even though I'm sure it's supposed to be a crystal ball. And the Ace of Pentacles, this is a new planting new seeds, a new beginning. So all that type of energy I was just talking about with the Queen, and how she sets herself up for success, and because of her just being consistently showing up and putting in the work, things really start to take off. So this may be one of these new things that are coming in, because okay, I've been handling all my day-to-day shit. I'm not trying to start something new while I feel like other parts of my life are kind of chaotic and I can't stay on top of things. It's like starting small, starting with just the simplest of things, whatever's bugging you, and then slowly building, and then, okay, where I am right now, okay, I'm set. Before you start thinking about other people or what they do, like, I got to get my house in order, and then getting your house in order. Maybe you'll start seeing someone and they might come over, so maybe you're keeping your house nicer. I need that motivation because I'm not a great housekeeper, Taurus. I'm going to be honest. I think I drive you guys nuts. So Ace of Pentacles, though, is a new job, a windfall, planting the seeds. Start taking that first step or the beginning steps of something you want, but that will take a while to see the results. I mean, that's Pentacles. They're patient, and they know they have to start somewhere, and then they just keep at it. They plug away. So this could be a new exercise routine, eating healthy. Maybe you want to, who knows? Maybe you want to go through the house and really clean it, declutter it, or things have been, but like the basement's been driving you crazy, or the garage has been driving you crazy, and you just say, okay, I'm going to go through 1 box a day, or 7 boxes a week, and you can spread it out however you want, and you're just, in a month, you're like, okay, I've made it. I've got that handled. I mean, it could be anything like that, but there's beautiful cards here: healing, hope, dreaming, making things happen. Something could go a little bit viral with that star card. You could connect with a star somehow, maybe online or something. Maybe you get an introduction. Maybe there's somehow you come in contact with someone that gives you some sort of networking connection that's just seems so completely random. Very nice offering from the universe, though, this Ace of Pentacles. So nice earth energy for Taurus this week. All right, we're going to move on to the sign of Gemini. Okay, Gemini. These are very long readings. Hi, Gemini. So what I'm going to do today is I am pulling a card from 3 different decks. The first card is sort of overall in general. The next card is romance or career. And then the last card is from the After Tarot, and it's an idea of the energy as you're heading out of the week. Ace of Wands, Hanged Man. Let's see what comes up with the After Tarot here. So Gemini, the Queen of Wands. This is a fire sign energy. We are in Aries. This is a very motivated, energetic, passionate, inspired. A fire's lit under you about something. Maybe you have a last push to finish a project, or if you've been working out a lot, you're setting some goals to to even up things a little bit. So maybe you'll do some interval training or up your weights, because you're really in a groove. You're in a really good routine that's you're happy with. Um, you're looking forward to getting some things done. Maybe it's the final push for a project, and it gives you, some people procrastinate, and they take that deadline getting close or something to really actually buckle down and get something done. So it could be like that. Although the Queen of Wands being a mature fire sign, they're able to maintain their enthusiasm kind of right along. So it makes them a good leader, these more mature fire signs, because it's not like, come on, just get it done. They're not a whip. Uh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They're not like someone just trying to just work you to the ground and insist and just direct and whatever. They're like, oh, this is they bring back the excitement of the beginning of a project. You know what I'm saying? Where everyone, usually when you start things, it's kind of exciting. So this might not be a work project, or it might be a passion project or something, but you're all excited. And then as the days go on, and it's hard and it gets tiring and the shininess wears off, you're just like, oh, this is not so fun anymore. Um, that comes back if it's been away, or you are sensing that, and you're kind of like motivating the troops. I don't know why I keep getting like I guess that is more a military type negative thing, because hopefully nobody like beats someone to get them motivated. Anyway, just forget I said that. It's weird, Jen. Okay, the Hanged Man. So if you're waiting on maybe you put some resumes out there or had a job interview or something like that, and you're waiting to hear from them, or you dated someone or been getting to know someone online or something, and maybe you don't hear from them. I feel like there's a suspension, and so maybe you're checking your phone a lot or checking your email a lot and trying, waiting for a response. So that could be a little frustrating. The Hanged Man says, hey, use this time productively and wisely instead of sitting around checking your phone. Put it away and live, and keep yourself occupied and do things, so you forget that you're even supposed to be checking the phone. Oh my God, I have the biggest squirrels around here. It scared me. I thought it was a cat on my deck. And then for the after tarot, your patience will pay off. So if you're, okay, Gemini, if you're in any sort of, you went on a first date and you're like, I am not going to text them, they have to text me. I feel like you were both doing that, but I think they're going to cave. And so why do we do this? Oh my God, people, we all do it though, don't we? Overthink and play little games because we don't want to be open about our feelings. But then if you're open about your feelings, then it can turn people off. But all we want is for people to be open to with their feelings until they are open with their feelings. Oh man. Yeah, so that could be, one of those situations. Haven't we all been there a lot, at least for me? Okay, so that was pretty short and sweet. Let's just keep it there, Gemini, and we will move on to the sign of Cancer. Damn, these things just are not, I can't seem to keep them upright. Okay, Cancer. Where are we here? 24, this will be a long ass video. All right, hey Cancer, how are you guys? Let's see what's going on for this week. I'm going to pull a card. I kind of have categories for them, but if I just, let things flow. So my intention starting is that this card, wow, Aries had this in this exact same place. This is sort of a general vibe for the week. You guys, if I remember correctly, you guys have been having really positive readings. The middle card will be work or career. Work or career. Work or love. Jesus. And this last card's from the After Tarot, and this is sort of the energy you'll be feeling as you leave the week. Oh, that's nice. I like the colors of this deck. They're a little more vibrant. Okay, so Ten of Cups, being happy, enjoying the simple things. You've figured out a basic recipe for what makes you happy in life and how to sort of set your life up for that type of happiness. So I don't know. One thing that's coming through is you've learned how to carve out times for things that really bring you joy. So I really like to get up early, like as early as possible. And I even like it before the sun's up. And I just come down and I have the place all to myself. I do my readings, I get a cup of coffee, and I just have a couple hours. I even try to do this I like to do this during the week too, just to have that time. And I used to sleep as late as possible. I'd hit snooze until I had to jump up, and I was literally just flying around until I could getting everything ready to catch the bus and then head off to work. And it was just sort of a whirlwind. And now I've found how much I enjoy that quiet time. I meditate and it's just quiet. It just has a feeling to it. Taking time out to go for a walk at lunch, like that's one of my things at work. I get to listen to my podcast, or if I'm listening to a book on tape, and so it gets me up and moving, and I get to have a little escape. So this could be anything for you, absolutely anything, whatever your thing is. Or maybe you like sleeping later. Maybe you've tried to figure out how to adjust your schedule because you're a night person and your special time. This is my best friend. We're opposites in almost every way. She stays up till sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning, like regularly. Like, I mean, I'm just like, but that's her. She feels exactly the same about that time. I don't know. I just see you enjoying simple moments. It could be simple moments with family, loved ones. I'm almost getting a vacation-like atmosphere as well. Really knowing how when you have your downtime to protect it and not to be checking your work email, and you know what I mean? Just put the phone, I see you putting the phone away and just being super present. And it isn't motivated by too much screen time, like negative things. It's you're just so leaning into that, whatever you're doing, to be really present and enjoying the moment. Page of Swords. This could be, so if you're doing any online dating or texting with someone, this could be messages back and forth. If you've put any job offers out there or promotions or projects or things online, those things, you could be getting communication because of that. Things, likes or people reaching out to you. So I can see some communication picking up in that way, which is, I'm seeing it as very positive. Yeah, so texting, talking about things, sharing ideas, communication. I mean, it could be communication about something legal, it doesn't have to be bad, or something you need to sign. So if maybe the bank will be like, okay, your loan's ready, let's set up a time for you to come in and sign. Again, job offer, little job offers if you have a side hustle or something. Orders. Yeah, I see you really texting someone though. If so, okay, for some of you, you may have started to see someone you're texting a lot, and it's the really fun part of the relationship. And maybe you're dreaming of, you already are thinking marriage and all that stuff, which is, fine. Um, yeah, I see like full on honeymoon period for some of you where you're in you're, if you're not together, you're texting all the time. It's nice. It's nice. So you'll be leaving this week, Cancer, as with the Fool card. So that's very much that being in the moment. He's literally stopping and smelling the flowers, taking a risk, not hanging on to baggage. So maybe you really had a breakthrough with, um, it could be this communication. This it could not, doesn't have to be work or love. And maybe you had some sort of communication where you felt like you dealt with something, and you're able to let go of some even more baggage or something than you've had, or you've made a decision and you've communicated that out, and it's like, oh, okay, I just feel like it's done. And we're moving forward. I made the decision to take a bit of a risk. So it doesn't mean it's truly risky, but you may risk, oh, if it doesn't work out, that may hurt. That may hurt my ego, may hurt my heart a little, but it's worth the risk. You want to move forward. You're ready to move forward and just see how it goes, because could could go really, might not work out, but it could really work out. So you're open to taking that risk and seeing how it goes. Nice. Okay, so we are going to move on to Leo. Let me write down what time it is for Leo. Hey there, Leo. It's Jen here. So this is a reading for March, the week of March 1st. And so I'm pulling one card for just some overall general energy. Then the middle card is kind of work and or career. And the last card I'm pulling from the After Tarot to see kind of how you'll be leaving the weekend. But I'll also read them however they come up, so I may stray from that, but that's my intention. Oh, Leo. I miss seeing a Leo. I could go for seeing a Leo. Although the Hermit there, you may be taking a break, a time out. If you've been dating, and you're getting an extra card. Maybe you're in between romantic partners if you're single and dating. Singling, I almost said singling. Single and dating. And I don't know, maybe you started seeing someone or your most recent relationship and you're like, I just see you thinking, damn, how the fuck did I end up here again? Like, what's the deal? Just, I need to process for a second. And this is a Virgo energy. I need to just sit with this for a second. I see you being kind of perplexed about it. But you're going to do some soul searching because of it. Something about it. You're like, I need to think about this and kind of figure out if I can what happened here. Because, but the Hermit is a welcome card. It's just retreating, having some introverted time, some introverted moments, going within, kind of processing things. And then you always emerge from the Hermit a little bit wiser, a little bit more sure of who you are, what your values are, how you want to navigate in this world. And so you're a little bit wiser, a little bit stronger, and a little bit more grounded than you were. So, in work, you may be reassessing your career. I know I skipped over. I'm on the Hermit. This drew my attention so much. We'll go back to the other ones. You may be having career thoughts, Leo. Like, is this what I want to do? Or maybe you're having trouble motivating someone or keeping your own enthusiasm up. You're a little burned out. I think you may need a vacation, a break, maybe a mental health day, just to chill and turn off, recharge for a second. And if you are in a relationship, you may if you don't live together, you may say, you know what, I don't know, I need some time to myself. I don't know. And just let the person know that you need to kind of have some of your own time. That's a really interesting request in a relationship because, boy, that could be super triggering for the other person, right? Super triggering. And we probably don't request, even, and especially if you live with someone, how do you ask for time alone when you live with someone? But just because you live with someone doesn't mean you don't need that time alone still, right? And this is definitely where compatibility about introverts and extroverts and all sorts of different things, but can come into play because an introvert that really needs its quiet alone time with an extrovert that just loves to be together and is full of energy and wants to interact a lot, that can be hard over the long run. So maybe you're really starting to think about compatibility. Yes, you need to think someone's cute and be attracted to them. There has to be some sort of attraction, but the qualities by which you judge someone are changing because, and even career, what are their benefits? What are their, maybe you're looking for things that you never before. It was just that you had different criteria, and that criteria is changing and becoming more deeper, and what's more stable, and the passion and the drama and the heady falling in love feeling. It doesn't last to that extent, and you realize what's left over. There has to be true compatibility there. Okay, so, and same with work, is it sucking my soul? Am I really compatible with my work still? Let's go back to the Six of Cups. So for overall energy, yeah, you want things to be as simple as possible. You want to have time. You want to have time out to just stop and smell the roses, to just mindlessly play blocks with a kid or Legos, where, that can even be hermit-like, where you're just being and with someone, but it's not, it's companionable, that's not the right word, silence. When you can just be with someone, yeah, you want silence. I'm hearing this song. What song? Oh, it's a Trevor Hall song, of course. All I want is silence. The Six of Cups is seeing someone from your past, someone from your childhood. You could be connecting with your family or siblings. You could be going home. It can represent nostalgia. So something may come up, or you may see someone on Facebook or hear about someone somehow and think, and be reflecting back. They may have significance to your childhood. My dad brought up an old picture from when I was, I don't even know, 5, 6, maybe I was 7. I was young, playing hockey. I was one of the first And we played on the boys team. I'm 50. Now they have girls hockey at college level, and I think even in the Olympics, do they? It's just like, oh my God, it's so cool. So there you go. Like that, like I just did with that. Leaving the week, you're feeling grounded. You've made a decision. You're staying, first of all, one decision, you're staying out of something. Maybe, okay, here we go. Maybe that's why you're withdrawing. Or maybe you have a kid that you're just like, I want to try to control this, but they need to gain their own wisdom, and that will happen by making their own mistake and having to deal with those consequences. You're not getting sucked in. You're staying out of it. Like you're all like, I'm gonna go take a hike up this mountain. I'm gonna stay so far away from this fucking bullshit here. This is, spending time at home, creating okay, so the hermit's often in a cave, so creating a cave, your own space, that you can go and sort of do something that you enjoy doing, or just read, or just have your own space. Maybe you're going to have that talk like, I just need my own space, and I think you should have your own space, and let's just talk about it, because it's not you, it's work, it's everything else. And instead of being around you and being, grumpy, I need this time. Can we work this out? Can we talk about this? How can we make sure we're all getting our needs met? But the Queen of Pentacles, well, there's a rabbit right there. So whenever I see something like that, and then we have this card of children. So you could find out by the end of the week you're pregnant or someone's pregnant, about the birth of a child. And I'm trying to... You may be deciding to plant a garden or spruce up your space, or maybe your lease is coming up and you're looking to move, and you're looking to move somewhere where it really fits your surroundings. It gives you a little bit of extra space, or even just an extra room that you can set up your workout equipment in, or whatever your thing is, whatever needs you have or your family has. She's a very good manager. She's very organized. She's very methodical, and so is Virgo. You could be dealing with a Virgo. It could be planning for something that happens in Virgo seasons. That's end of August into September. Could be applying to schools. That could be higher education. You could be studying, like for the MCATs or something, or some sort of certification or exam or boards or the bar. But it seems like something like that, something kind of a bigger deal than just a quiz. Okay, so these are so long, I forget I'm doing all of them in a row. That's your reading, Leo. We will move on to the sign of Virgo. Okay. Hey there, Virgo. How are you? So I'm pulling some cards here. Obviously, it's a tarot reading. I think I'm getting a little punchy here. So we're going to pull for Virgo the week of March 1st. My intention is, but I allow my intuition to take over, is this first card. Oh my God, okay. This is the third time this card has come out in this position, and I've done, in half the readings, I picked the same card out of that deck. And it isn't like I have tons of, I'm really careful about, like, oh my God, that's crazy. You're getting two. That is crazy. Holy shit. Virgo. Sorry, I see the two cards. Okay. Another 10 of Cups with the Ace of Cups. Are you shitting me? That is... freaking out, man. You have the happily ever after card, the Ace of Cups, the happily ever after card again. So if you have started dating someone or met someone, this has the possibility of marriage. Your cards are flying out to Virgo, so the energy is really, the force is strong with this one. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, and another sign had the Ace of Pentacles in that position. So 2 aces, 2 tens. Wow. New love, new beginning, finding your happiness, finding what makes you happy, learning how to set your life up for happiness. This came up for someone else. So if you love to read, carving out time to read, that's just as important as taking the garbage out. Finding someone who's compatible and you're getting what you want, your needs met, and so are they, and you have good communication. It goes beyond the passion. This is an intimacy, a deep emotional connection. Talking about having kids with someone or finding out you're pregnant. This could be some sort of labor of love you're doing with someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Maybe there's some project that's near and dear to your heart and you're working towards that's coming to fruition. It's weird though. It's like because you have tens and ones, so it's endings and beginnings sort of all wrapped up in one. I mean, you could be ending something, maybe a job ended on Friday and you're starting a new one on Monday, or a relationship ended and started a new one right away. Maybe you kind of met while your relationship, maybe it was okay, but then you met this person and there's just like, oh, okay, this is what, I didn't know this was out here. And you really realize that this is the right person for you. Now, you also could go to a job interview and get the offer like right then or before you even get home. And you have to start right away. But it's something, I mean, there's no speed here, cards that indicate speed, but I do see it. I see something just seemingly changing overnight, I guess. The 2 aces, so an Ace of Cups is your cup being full emotionally. You're just happy. This is filling you with happiness and excitement. And the Ace of Pentacles is really, so you could decide to move in with someone. This could be any sort of milestone in a relationship, really. But I do see moving in together could be pretty strong. Finding a new place, a new beginning, that's sort of both of yours. Again, a new job, a windfall of money. There could be inheritance in play. Maybe you're going to build your own house. You know what's interesting back here? I'm getting a little bit of a sense. I'm kind of at a weird angle of the angle. The 4 of Wands that has the has the 4 poles with the flowers usually connecting them, and it's sort of I don't even know what you would call it. But it indicates a celebration. And also a wedding. This could be the offer of a wedding ring. Someone telling you, I love you. Lots of, wow. So there will be something by the end of the week. You're just going to have like this new thing emerging in your life. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to say, Virgo, but let me know how this turns out. It's very, very positive. I guess we'll leave it there. So that was short and sweet, but I'm not sure how to improve upon on those cards in any way, shape, or form. So we'll move on to Libra. So Libra, if you have any Virgo connection, I would check out that reading that Virgo just had, because it was something else. I almost had trouble reading it. It was kind of so exciting. So, all right, Libra. Well, this one's going to come out. Ooh, Knight of Cups. Lots of love stuff going on all of a sudden in these cards. This is an offer. This is a knight in shining armor coming to take you away, to save you. You can have knight in shining armor that I've even felt that way with bosses. A couple times I've had over my career, I've had a boss I felt like rescue me. Like, I think they knew. I think they wanted to work with me. Obviously, they wouldn't hire me but I think they were like, ooh, that's a crappy situation. I seem to have had a couple really particularly toxic bosses. It could be it's something. So knights are changes in the suit that they're in. And this is cups, which is water, which is emotion. Okay, that's all the same water element there. So a lot of anything usually creates some sort of change. It breaks through something, and there's some sort of change. So some sort of change of heart, some sort of decision or offer that, makes you feel better, or you have a change of heart. I mean, it could be either way. You have really positive cards here. You could open up your heart. You could meet someone. You could have a good cry and feel better about something. Could be an offer of love. Could be someone asking you out, asking for your information to be able to get in touch with you. Could be an outpouring of creativity. So when we look at the moon card, I kind of have this as work or love, but I also am just going to read the cards however they come out. So the moon card here, this can be Pisces. So the moon, I'm sorry, I don't know why I got stuck looking at the card. It's a pretty card. I feel like I've had this deck for a really long time, but I feel like I've never seen the moon card before. Isn't that weird? I mean, I obviously must have, but if I had to conjure up what the moon card looked like in this deck, I would not have been able to do it. It's really throwing me off. It's so strange. So yeah, this change in emotion may throw you off guard. I mean, the moon is connected with water, the tides, right? And it's a cycle, it's feminine. So the way I think of it is, if you go outside at night, the moon, it creates shadows, and it's this interesting feeling. It can be I find it exhilarating, but it can also be, your senses are heightened because it's different. You can't rely on your sight as much. So you hear things differently. You feel more. You kind of sense, was there something moving? Is that a shadow? What am I seeing there? It kind of stirs things up, and it just, heightens those emotions because of that. So I feel like this offer, this Knight of Cups, whatever this is is going to have your feelings sort of heightened, and you will have a time of trying to assess something, and how do I feel about this, and why am I feeling this way, and I don't know, I see you kind of coming to grips with something. But this Fool at the end, there's going to be a release. You're going to get your emotions straight in your head, if that makes sense, in your heart. And you're going to release something. You're going to let go. So this is the after tarot. So this is usually the traditional tarot. He's about to walk off the cliff, and this is the next scene. And he's let go of the baggage in order for the simplicity and the positivity and enjoying life, and stopping and smelling the roses instead of carrying baggage and forward with him. So you'll be able to release something that was causing your emotions to be heightened. It could have been something that ended with that full moon on February 27th or right around then. So maybe you got some sort of offer on that Friday, and I mean, this happens with job offers, and they wanted your answer by Monday. Like, take the weekend and think about it and get back to me. So I do feel like you're making a decision, and part of the decision is an emotional reconciliation to let go of resentment and realize those negative things are keeping something that's making you feel bad, is not worth it. It's making you unhappy, and it's time to release that. So that's not for everyone. This could be just a really positive, someone's asking you out, but that offer part of it is calling to me. Okay, so I'm going to try to go through these a little quicker. So we'll move on to Scorpio. They're getting pretty long. Too long. Scorpio, how's it going? So this is your reading for the week of March 1st. I hope you're doing very well. So my intention with the cards is I have one deck for the overall energy. I love the Nine of Pentacles personally. This middle card's going to be kind of work, career, romance, whatever. We'll try to read it both ways. And this last one I'm pulling from the After Tarot. So the After Tarot is the traditional Rider-Waite, and if you were to see what happens the moment after, oh my God, this is coming. This was just out. This is crazy. This was just out for Libra in the same position. Wow. 78 cards, and I keep pulling the same ones. So this is how you'll walk out of the week. So you kind of have a connection to Libra because they had the Fool in the exact same position. And so I'm going to start here. So by the end of the week, you are choosing stopping and smelling the roses, like joy, freedom, unburdening yourself, letting go of baggage. Wow, you have 2 9s too. This could be choosing to be single. This could be choosing to live on your own. This could be choosing to disentangle, is that a word? Yourself from someone else financially, or moving house. But this card really is a card of confidence. So that could just be for someone. This card, separate message. This card to me, she is confident. And the reason she's confident is because she takes full responsibility for her life. And it could be any gender, it just happens to be a female. And she's like, I I can, it's kind of being an adult in a sense. I can figure out how to rent an apartment. I can figure out how to get a loan for and buy a car. I can keep my own house clean. If it needs a repair and I can't do it myself, I can hire someone. I can do my own taxes, or I can, I don't know. It's like I'm an adult and I'm handling everything. I'm not going to expect anyone else to handle anything, but at the same time, I'm also going to extend that courtesy that other people can handle their own business and let them handle it. That's interesting. The Nine of Wands, I mean, this is an interesting Nine of Wands. So if this is work or relationships, this is very much almost a vigil, a waiting. It reminds me of Bran in the cave with the three-eyed raven in Game of Thrones. Just waiting, biding your time, waiting. So that's kind of interesting. In career, yeah, sometimes you have to do that. You have to wait for an opening, or you have to put the time in. You have to get the experience. You have to put the work in to be able to sort of climb the ladder. And you're just staying steady. And the flames the torches there, the rods are all lit, so you still have energy. You're not giving up. It's not fading. You're just persevering. And I can see around Leo time, so I know that seems far away, but end of July into August, that's also the timing I get from when things will really start to sort of feel like it's sort of getting back to normal, or we've really turned a significant corner with the pandemic. In a relationship, you really have to think about this, because what is this? Are you waiting for someone to come around and not dating, and keeping yourself waiting to see if this person's going to choose you? Or if you're in a relationship, you're waiting for someone to come around or to change or something like that. Um, I don't know. This is a really interesting energy coming off of this Nine of Wands. Leo's a fixed sign. You're a fixed sign too. I'm seeing a little bit of, there's a romantic element to this, and the Nine of Wands often tells us not to give up, to persevere. But when it comes to a relationship that deals with someone else, there's someone else in the picture. How long are we waiting for someone else to change? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no guarantee they will. And I'm getting a little bit of a martyr vibe too. On some level, if you're expecting some appreciation or kudos for sticking around in a bad situation, like that rarely happens. You know, um, I don't know. So I really see you struggling with this. Like, should I? It's almost like she's staying and she's left. You know what I mean? And she's living her own life, and she has the gardens, and she's has her hobby here, and she's outside, and I don't know, she feels like she's living and she's grounded. Whereas this Nine of Wands, she's sort of in a cage, waiting, just waiting there. There are no leaves on these trees. It's almost like a little living hell. Jeez, that's a terrible, sorry, I don't know why. But you know what I mean? It's like she's trapped herself. I'm getting an Eight of Swords kind of vibe. So it's at the end of the week here, the Fool. This Fool is letting go of baggage. So I feel like this is more the direction it's taking is that Nine of Pentacles, honestly, that you'll have a realization that you're keeping yourself stuck. And I'm letting go. I'm letting go of something that's keeping me stuck, that's holding me back, and I'm moving forward. So I think that will feel pretty good for you guys, because just because you're a fixed sign doesn't mean you like to stay stuck in situations that that aren't working out for you. You're an exceedingly intelligent sign, and yeah. So I see yourself freeing yourself. Now I am drawn to the birds, the bird here and the birds being able to fly free. Your vigil's over. I don't know. There's something about this card here. And then look at this. It's okay. It's okay. I can move forward. I can move forward. I don't have to have the rest of my life be defined by this one thing, even if it's a big thing. Okay, that feels like the message. So let's move on to the sign of Sag. Let's see what's going on for me, because it's all about me. Okay, Sag is, oh my God, this is so long. 6. Hello, Sagittarius. So what I'm doing this week, the week of March 1st, is I'm pulling one card from, I have 3 different decks. This first card is sort of the overall energy of the week, and I'm liking the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups has come out in a different deck, but not in this position. This next card, my intention is work, career, or love. I'll kind of read it both ways, but I also let my intuition go, and if I'm getting, whoa, that came out. If I'm getting other messages, I'll read them however they are. And the Fool came, what's this? Oh, holy shit. I was going to say the Fool came out in this position 2 times, 3 times in a row. And now we have the Tower. Whew, I kind of got a little bit tingly, because what I'm reading this Tower, as we start with the Ace of Cups, I feel really strongly that there could be a new love interest coming in, and it's going to feel like it's really going to shake things up for some reason. It's really going to shake things up for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe you have a jealous ex and you just know you're going to have to deal with a lot of questions, and it's going to be all about them. And okay, we've been in that situation. It's super hurtful when someone that we had a relationship moved on, but it's also not to be cold. It's not your responsibility to make them feel better, because you're not doing anything wrong. Now, it may be a little close for comfort. Maybe you met this person when you were still in the other relationship. That's a possibility. Although it's not usually Sagittarian style. They tend to give freedom because they want freedom, right? So they don't tend to, I mean, yes, they like monogamous relationships, but if they sense someone isn't happy, they're like, then let's not be in the relationship. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we trying to force this if it's not working? We're not happy, whether we should be or we could be. We're not, and that's just the way it is. So I almost see you having this conversation that seems a little straightforward. But that's can be Saggies. We can be super blunt. Cutting ties with someone. This Queen of Swords. This could be going to a lawyer. You could be deciding you want a fresh start in love and getting a divorce. That could definitely happen. You could be setting that in motion. For love or work, the Queen of Swords, she's an independent woman. So you could just want a fresh start in love and break up and not necessarily have someone new. But I really do feel like it's someone new coming in. For work, the Queen of Swords is very fair. She's funny, she's witty. If you have to give presentations, those should go really well. Allow your personality to come out. It will make things better. But also be very factual and organized and things like that. It will make a nice combination. There's some sort of transformation with the butterflies. So some part of your life is transforming, or you are transforming internally, and it's reflecting outwardly, right? With the Tower here, I just see other people all up in your business that don't really need to be up in your business. I'm going to be honest about it. You may be making some sort of change in your life, and other people are going to react strongly. And I guess the Queen of Swords would look at that, and she is looking at the Tower, and she has her sword of truth, and she's saying, I need to cut emotional ties to that, because it's how other people react is not my responsibility. And quite frankly, it's not really any of their business. So I don't know if it's family getting involved, or it's all, if you hear someone's breaking up or moving, or I don't know, any sort of bigger life changes, boy, other people can really get involved. Especially if there's a family, a busybody family. Ugh, I was married into one of those. It's totally contributed. Well, it wasn't the main thing, but it was just one more thing where the drama and the everything became about them. It was just something else. So you may be cutting ties with situations like that, where people are just way too reactive and in your business and judgmental and contributing to chaos and spreading rumors. And I just see this toxic energy that the Queen of Swords is just cutting off. Because something you're happy about and excited about, why would someone come out and shit on your parade? It's terrible. Interesting reading. Okay, what else but this Ace of Cups, so I feel like don't allow other people kind of having a temper tantrum ruin your joy. And that's I feel like this this Queen of Swords in between the Ace and the Tower, she's guarding her joy. She's saying, no, I'm here with my sword. You're not getting past it to just ruin my happiness because you're just one of those toxic people. And I will keep that line up. I'm not going to get emotional with you. I'm just saying no, blocking, deleting. You're not getting sucked in, and you're protecting this new thing emerging in your life, whether it's just getting your own happiness back or this new love emerging. I'm not going to allow someone to make this about them and to diminish it because it somehow they're making it about them. Okay, I think that's the message. So we will move on to the sign of Capricorn. Have a good week, Sag. Okay, Capricorn, what time is it? 14. Okay, hey Capricorn. So we're going to pull 3 cards today, unless you get a bonus. So my intention is for the first card is going to, well, that came out. Wow, there you go. Victory. The first card is going to be sort of general overall. The second card is going to be work or love, which sounds kind of weird, but I think it's working okay. The last card is from the After Tarot, which takes the traditional Rider-Waite and draws the picture of the next scene after the scene you see in the traditional tarot card, which I think is so cool. They also have the before, which I'm going to get one of these days, the before tarot. Well, those just came out. How many? Two? Okay, Capricorn. Interesting. This is a weird reading. So Six of Wands, the overall energy is winning. Okay, it's a victory. It's a homecoming. It's an accomplishment. It's being recognized. So this could be anything from if you run races, and so this victory, I mean, let's put it in context. Yes, it could be winning an award, getting a promotion, having your name in the company newspaper and the local newspaper, something going viral, winning something. You could win a contract. You could win a court case. You could, I mean, any of those things. There's a little bit of a prodigal son to it, which, but it's also your own wins, your own accomplishments that only you know about, that no one else could know about, right? And we need to count those wins, no matter how small. And so it could be more of an internal accomplishment of something you've done that, you have to kind of celebrate with yourself. Now we move into this Ten of Wands. So for work or romance, this is feeling overburdened, needing some time off, or really needing to delegate, needing to free up some time, not being overscheduled, not taking on other people's responsibilities as your responsibility. The picture, and I think they do actually in the After Tarot have it. I've always pictured this in this card, the person carrying, usually they're not on a horse, but even the horse looks overburdened. They're just walking with those 10 rods on their back. And I always pictured them just dumping them on the ground and then looking at them and saying, okay, which of these wands are truly my responsibilities to carry? And sort of sifting through them and say, nope, that's my kids, that's my husband's, or my spouse, that's my coworkers, that's my exes, that's my, you know what I mean? And look at, so here's the card in the After Tarot. So he's like, God, really? When I look at all of those, what are the truly most important things? And it's one rod. So getting your priorities straight, everyone's health and mental health is coming to mind as what's most important. That's what just came through. And just as we're having fun, this is what the After Tarot victory card, there's someone there meeting them, waiting for them, sharing the victory. So raising someone else up as you progress. Oh, so if you got a promotion or something, you may be bringing other people with you, up with you. Yeah. So also maybe, so if it is a job, you say, okay, but I need, an assistant or something. I need some other help. This victory didn't happen alone, and so I'm acknowledging the whole team as well. This can be taking a rest just to focus on something important. Could be your health, which includes physical and mental health. yeah, give yourself a break. That's what I'm hearing. Give yourself a break. Take a break. Give yourself a break. There's something, and I mean, it could be a relationship, but to me, there's just something that's weighing heavy on your heart for some reason. I feel like it could be a little bit of codependency, and the Queen of Swords, um, she's not a codependent queen. She's very much looks at the truth. She doesn't allow her emotions to get so involved that she feels the need to, if you make a decision and someone else is unhappy with the decision you're making about your life, not that you're being selfish, but you know how this happens. The Queen of Swords is like, dude, this is my life. I'm sorry you're upset, but this has everything to do with you and your take on the situation and nothing to do with how I feel about it or my life. And you wouldn't give me veto power in your life and your decisions. And so kind of looking at things that way, she's very fair and just looks at the facts. And I think you're going to look at something and say, no, you know what? And that's why these two came out. No, that's not my job to fix or soften or make someone else's choices and mistakes okay. That is their privilege to then learn the lesson. And that might be a way to look at it. I don't know about you, but I definitely was someone that had to learn the hard way. And then I cherish, as cringy as some mistakes may be, I also cherish a lot of the lessons, and they've made me a stronger, actually happier person, those hard times. And so having that perspective, it's almost like he's sitting and watching too. Okay, I gotta let them clean up and deal with the consequences. I can sit here and be supportive, but I can't let my emotions get the best of me and feel like I have to go in and save the day. Okay, so Capricorn, that's your reading. That was an interesting reading. I start seeing Ani DeFranco. I guess I did hear that yesterday, so that's probably why it's in my head. Okay, we are doing Aquarius. How are you, Aquarius? This is a long-ass reading for all the signs at once. We're at 1:22. Aquarius. So what I'm going to do, that was kind of interesting. I'm going to pull cards. This card position, my intention is sort of an overall general energy for the week. The second position is work or love. And the last one is kind of how the way you're leaving the week. But I will also, read the cards, any other messages that come out, or any messages that come up. 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, so 3, 3. There you go, 3, 3. Oh, this could be March 3rd. Could be significant. Ooh, very nice, Aquarius. Yeah, so something about March 3rd or 6th. I don't know if 3 means anything to you. So these 2 3s, let's look at them, okay? So the 3 of Pentacles here. For me, this card is about teamwork. It's also often about, to me, if you have some sort of product that you produce, or some sort of art, or something that really comes from you, your talents and things like that become recognized by others. Other people start to say, hey, wow, you're really good at that. And to the point where you're like, maybe I can make a business out of this, or your side hustle's starting to draw attention. Your art is starting to draw attention. You're starting to get attention at work as being a good team, good part, like a positive, helpful, someone you can count on part of the team. Um, I'm sure you've been on a team where some people just don't pull their weight and they feel like they almost become more work than if they weren't. It'd be easier just to do it yourself. But this isn't that type of energy. This is everyone's working together. Everyone knows their place. And again, it could be someone noticing you. Now, the Three of Wands in the career or romance sector, the Three of Wands zooms out. Think of a drone kind of going up and getting a higher perspective and saying, okay, I know where I am right now, but where do I want to go? Where have I been? Looking back, doing a reassessment. Where have I been? Where am I now? And where do I want to go? And am I on the right path? It's kind of a recalibration. There's a lion there, so a little bit of a Leo. Trying to imagine what the future may hold. You could get a tarot reading or something, some sort of psychic reading, because it looks like she's looking into her crystal ball. It could also look like the sun rising, so more Leo imagery. It kind of reinvigorates you. I feel like you're going to reassess something and you'll have a new goal for some reason, whether you get promoted or you just have an idea, a creative idea, a work-related idea, and you're making a plan to implement it, and it's infusing some fresh energy. And with this I forgot the Ace of Wands was here, how we're leaving the week. Yeah, this is entrepreneurship, a new job, a new passion project, something you're very excited about. And it's a very phallic card. It could be a new relationship, could be someone you meet at work. Maybe you want to leave and start work, or maybe you start working together. You meet at work, and then you have an idea to branch out, start your own business. So the Ace of Wands is inspiration, enthusiasm, motivation. It could be starting, getting more energy, feeling more energized, getting a lot accomplished, getting up and moving, being physical, exercise. Yeah, so I see a new plan coming together. If this is a new relationship, a newer relationship, you could be talking about your plans, what you guys hope for the future, and I think it's really aligning. And you could be a good creative team as well as a good romantic team. Yeah, you could be falling for someone at work. Okay, well, those are the messages coming through Aquarius, so thank you so much for watching. We are moving on to Pisces. Okay, hey there, Pisces. This is your reading for the week of March 21st. So the first card, I'm pulling from 3 different decks. The first card is sort of some overall general energy. You've got 2 cards. Wow, 2 majors. The second card is romance or career. And then the last deck will be, I'm pulling from the after tarot, so it's kind of how you're going to be leaving the week. 6 of Cups. That's so weird. I just got, and it's not my house. I just got a smell of, this sounds so weird, of a sandwich. You know, like a sandwich, a big sub. Anyway, I don't know. Something about sandwiches. Oh, wow. Damn. Holy crap. This could be a very transformative week. You could have some sort of wishes come true. You could have new love coming in very strongly. So the Wheel of Fortune, death, transformation, karma, life changing, um, life changing. It could be something that will change your life. I see it very positively. Could be a child coming in if you wish for a child. Healing your inner child. But I see the relationship of your dreams, the job of your dreams. Something is connected to childhood or children or home, something you like to do as a child. But the death card, it's a transformation. This is happening because we've done the work and we're transforming inside. The caterpillar becomes the butterfly. We'll never go back to being the caterpillar again. So we have evolved, transformed. We're letting go of something. You can see she has a very surrender type energy. It could be an auspicious turn of events that is, nothing you're controlling. Maybe, but you've been really centered and you're going with the flow. And because you've been able to just manage things with grace and you're steady, you're kind of a rock. As things change, the way you handle yourself has really set you apart, and is putting you ahead in some way. So the Six of Cups, you could be meeting someone from your past, someone from childhood, reconnecting with someone in a romantic way. It's a card of simplicity. So if you have anything going on at work, keep it simple. Like, start simple. Don't make it too complicated. And then you can build on that. I feel like really understand the basic needs, the basic information, the basic product or information. Yeah, just keeping it simple will actually have its advantages. Making things, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. That's what I'm getting. Um, you could work with children. Maybe you want to become a teacher or something, a counselor. Yeah, you may decide, who knows, you can get a little bit of a windfall and go back to school, completely change your career. Um, Something that really feeds your soul, something, it's like there's some wish you've had that you have the ability to make it come true now, all of a sudden. There's just this shift, this change, this windfall, this fortunate event, something that is going to allow you, it could be just a change in your thinking where you're like, what am I doing? Life is too short. I'm going to make this happen. But something that you can really build, a dream that you've had will transpire this week. Damn, that's pretty amazing. Could even be some inheritance comes through, that I feel like you're unaware of it, but it allows you to make some changes you couldn't have otherwise made, and really in a really positive way. Okay. Thank you, Pisces. I hope you have a great week. Take care. Okay, where's my mouse to shut? There we go. Bye.